despite the strike being over, we are still seeing ramifications because of the idioticness that went on there. Marvel has revealed that 4 upcoming films are going to be delayed even further than they were already delayed once before. We got Deadpool 3, Captain America 4, what is it called now? Brave New World, Thunderbolts, and Blade have all been pushed back. And some not so much as others. You know, Deadpool 3 was due to come out in May of 2024. It's now being pushed to July. Captain America is being pushed to February of 2025. Thunderbolts will now release July 25th, and Blade will release November 7th. The Blade one really isn't shocking. They don't have really a script. They don't have anything going for them right now. So I'm surprised that they're still making that film. But, you know, there's some interesting things. You know, over the next 12 months, we don't get a lot of Marvel content coming out. As we take a look here, we see that this is the updated slate for the MCU films between 2024 and 2025. The only MCU movie is Deadpool 3 in 2024. Everything else is coming out in 2025. Captain America 4 is in February. Fantastic Four will be May. Thunderbolts July, and Blade November of 2025. That's 4 big films coming out in 2025, which seems like a lot. Wasn't Bob Iger recently talking about how we got to slow down on releasing content? Yet here we sit, and we're going to have that many come out in 1 year, just one this year. It's kind of shocking. That's what the strike does, though. The strike really put a dampening or damper on a lot of things, although this might be what Marvel needs right now. Believe it or not, I've been saying for some time that they need to sit back, take 6 to 12 months to sit back and really rethink all of this. I want to thank Bridging the Geekdoms, my podcast, for sharing this information. And you know, if you go check out the show, I talk with people on that podcast all the time, and we discuss how Marvel needs to chill. They need to chill. They need to sit back and reevaluate what's going on with the franchise. Loki came out. Loki Season 2 was phenomenal. The finale was fantastic. It is the best Marvel project to have come out in Phase 4 or 5. I loved Shang-Chi. I loved Eternals. Those were great films. Great projects. But Loki Season 2, there's something about it. They did everything right with that show. So maybe this new slate, maybe these delays are actually really a good thing. Obviously, we're going to get some shows coming out in 2024. Echo is coming out. What is it? Agatha, that show. I think there's another one that's supposed to come. So we're still going to have some Marvel projects in 2024. So it's not like we're not going to see Marvel for much time. But I think taking a step back from the films isn't a bad idea. I think it's a good idea to kind of, let them reestablish, evaluate everything to figure out what's going on, to move forward from that. The one thing I do think is kind of interesting here is I'm taking a look. We got Thunderbolts coming out July 25th, 2025, which is literally, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, like a week, maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks, something like that, after the release of the new DCU Superman Legacy film. Thunderbolts is not a big name. Thunderbolts is not going to be a huge draw. I am actually kind of shocked they put that in the July spot there, because I sort of think that it's not going to be as big of as a draw of, say, something like Captain America, Fantastic Four, or Blade, but maybe it is. Blade actually makes sense in November, especially if they go the rated R route that they're talking about. But Thunderbolts may get buried by Superman Legacy. I don't foresee them delaying Superman Legacy, because it looks like they're lined up to start shooting early first quarter of 2024. And if that's the case, I think they'll have enough time to shoot, post-production, all of that. If anything gets held up in them starting in that first quarter of 2024, then yeah, it'll probably get delayed a month or two, depending on how much the delay is. But honestly, this is really interesting. I think it's a good move. I think it is definitely a good move for Marvel to delay this stuff, just because of the retooling, the rethinking, the reevaluating of Marvel that needs to be going on right now. But here's one thing I want to, say. This strike is the reason for this. And as much as I hate how everything was handled with the strike on both the studio and the union. I think they both did terrible in this whole thing over the last 5 months. But regardless of that, this might be one of those few things that is a blessing in disguise. This could help Marvel in huge, huge ways. Now we just got to hope that they pull all the woke crap out of their Marvel stuff and start focusing on good story, good content, and pushing forward the narrative. But let me know your thoughts. I want to know what you think about all of this. Again, it's interesting. It really, really is interesting to see how this is going to play out. One Marvel movie in a year. There's just one? I got to be wrong there. I got to be missing something there. But if that's the case, Deadpool 3 is definitely the way to go. Right in the middle of summer, I think that's a great one to see. Like I said, we're going to see some TV shows as well, but this might be a perfect opportunity for Marvel and Kevin Feige to get everything lined up as they should. With all that said, guys, I'll catch you all later.